Hello, folks, and welcome to the world according to Matt. I'm the Krayzee Krittic, and it's time for a critical reaction. Twinkle, twinkle, superstar! Okay, so I came across this interview of Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show, and I just wanted to give you an honest Packer fan's reaction to this situation here. So let's get into this.
When I came out of the darkness, something changed. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but something changed. And I got back to my phone after 5 days off of it, because your phone's on the entire time. There's no Wi-Fi.
When I came out of the darkness, something changed. Just remember that as this interview goes on. Mr. Rodgers likes to say, all I want is transparency, and Mr. Rodgers is anything but transparent. Let's just listen to this here.
On that, hippie mountain. And when I got back to that little shack they had where there's
nothing says you're all in on making $60 million like go on an acid trip for 4 days on some hippie mountain. These are his own words here, so.
And one bar of Wi-Fi, and got back to
I want the Packers to be all in on me, but I'm only going to decide to do whatever I want to do. I'm Aaron Rodgers. I want the Packers to be all in on me. I want to feel the love, but I just want to do anything I want to do.
Text messages and emails and all different things. I realized that there'd been a little bit of a shift. And that I heard from multiple people that I trust around the league. Players,
really?
Mostly.
People that Aaron Rodgers trusts? I wonder who that is. Doesn't seem like he trusts anybody. Doesn't seem like anybody can trust him. Let's just see here.
That there was some shopping going on. That they were interested in actually moving me. At this point, I got to admit, I went in the darkness, 90% retiring, 10% playing.
Okay, Aaron. Not sure what you expect here. You just said it when the video came on. Oh, when I went into the darkness, I'm not sure what changed. What? Nothing changed. You went into the darkness, Aaron, saying 90% you wanted to retire. 90% that you wanted to retire. The Packers were moving on. The Packers are conducting what they call business. And yes, Mr. Rodgers, you got your job because of the way the Packers do business. Every dog has their day. And your day is gone, sir. You won a Super Bowl. You had a great career. I am a huge fan, and I'm sure 5 years from now, I'll be able to come down off this emotional roller coaster of being a little bit upset that you're trying to throw my team under the bus, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to throw my team under the bus. The team that drafted you, the team that gave you a career, the team that made you who you are. You're trying to throw us under the bus, and I don't appreciate that, sir.
That's where my mind was. My mind was, I'm tired of this. I hadn't got back into my workouts yet.
For $60 million, Mr. Rodgers, the Packers want to be darn well sure that you're 100% involved. That's what changed, you idiot. Do I have to spell it out for you? Believe it or not, Aaron, football was played before you played it. This game was played long before you played it, and the Packers will continue playing football long after you retire. You did not make this game, Aaron. This game is not made to serve you, Aaron.
I thought that was what was best for me. So I went in the darkness to contemplate a lot of different things, but one day...
Notice how Aaron always says, I thought that was what's best for me. What's best for me? Not what's best for the team. What's best for me. Not what's best for the Packers. And despite your self-centered, pampered opinion, Mr. Rodgers, the Packers have to do what's best for the Packers. Just like Aaron's trying to do what's best for Aaron right now, the Packers have to do what's best for the Packers. You weren't all in last year. You haven't been all in for about 10 years. You're making your money. Good for you. Time to move on. So, see you later. Sayonara. I hope they get this deal done as soon as possible.
One day I spent entirely on the reality I was retired, and one day I spent entirely on the reality that I was coming back and playing. And just really sat with that for hours and hours, what that looked like, what the reality is, how that all felt. And when I came out, I was really interested in what the kind of landscape was, where Green Bay was at. And obviously, if I wanted to play, what were the options? So it was clear to me at that point that although the Packers are going to say the right thing publicly, that they were ready to move on. I don't know what changed that or what moved that. If they said, hey,
The Packers are trying to say the right thing publicly, just like you, Aaron. You're trying to say the right thing publicly, too. You don't want to come off looking like the bad guy. The Packers aren't doing anything different than what you're doing. You don't want to look like the bad guy. You could have come out right after the season and said, I'm not really in this. Please move me. You could have come out 2 years ago and said, I'm not really in this. Please move me. Instead of leaking this little crap, these little nuggets to the media, and then complaining about it, you could have just politely said, move me. But you didn't do that. So here we are. Sorry, guys. Don't feel bad for someone that's milked the Packers for as much money as Aaron has. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, great. Smart business, Aaron. Smart business. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you brought us a Super Bowl. I'm not one of these fans that's like, only one Super Bowl. I mean, one Super Bowl is a huge deal. Favre got us one Super Bowl. Rodgers got us one Super Bowl. It wasn't a wasted career. There's a lot of great memories, but it's time to move on. And the arrogance of Rodgers is really infuriating.
we need to make a decision here because he hasn't made a decision yet. Again, there's no victims here. I'm not sitting here as a victim. I love Green Bay. I love the fan base. They're incredible. I live for playing for them and for Lambeau. A lot of love for the organization. I just think I wish that in the beginning of the offseason that had been the conversation. Because I love direct communication. If they had just said, listen,
Aaron Rodgers just said he loves direct communication. I mean, come on. Come on. The king of just dropping subtle little hints and letting everyone do the math. Yeah, my brother's like, oh, the media likes to, Aaron Rodgers just likes to play with the media. Yeah, he goes on McAfee. He knows the media is going to take this and run with it however they want. And he purposely says things that are worded in a way like I'm immunized, where the media can fill in the blanks, because Aaron Rodgers likes turning on the news cycles in the morning and seeing nothing but Aaron Rodgers news on them.
We think it's time to move in a different direction. And we love you. And you're going to be a Packer Hall of Famer. You're going to go in the Hall as a Packer. We're going to, retire your number, whatever it might be. But it's time to move on. I would have said, man, thank you so much just for telling me that. Like, I really, really appreciate that. That means the world to me that you would tell me that. Because I really believe that's a sentiment, and that's fine. It really is.
It kind of sounds like Rodgers is just deciding or trying to look at something to get mad about, because there's nothing really to be mad about. If he's being honest, he's like, I'm not really offended if they want to move on. You're 100% offended that they want to move on. Your numbers were going into decline year after year, and then as soon as they drafted Jordan Love, bam! Magically, your numbers start going right back up. Where was that fire before the Packers drafted Jordan Love? Where was that incentive? Because that tells someone like me, someone that makes an honest living, that you're half-assing it. And for the kind of money you make, you should be living, breathing, and dying green and gold. Maybe take your little month in the off season to get your mind centered. Everyone needs a little bit of time off. But you should be at every OTA. You should be hosting, anything to get the team together, anything to build team morale. You should be hanging out with your teammates. You ain't doing any of this. To me, as a fan, now I can't tell you what to do. But as a fan, that tells me that you're not all in. Like you say you're all in. All in means more than on the field. All in means I want to do what's in the best interest of the Packers, not just Aaron. All in doesn't mean I'm going to take half the cap and then complain that I don't have enough help. And point fingers and say, I don't have enough help. These receivers are so bad. The receivers the Packers gave Aaron Rodgers are so pathetic. He wants the Jets to sign the exact same receivers. Now, you can't have your cake and eat it too, Aaron. It was either your fault we didn't win a Super Bowl or we didn't give enough help. You can't have your cake and eat it too, but that's what you want to do. You want to make the Packers look bad because it couldn't possibly be Aaron's fault that the Packers only scored 7 points in a playoff game at home. That can't possibly be Aaron's fault. No. hole. It can't possibly be Aaron's fault that the Packers have choked repeatedly in the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers has been a phenomenal regular season quarterback, and that will be his legacy. Phenomenal at taking care of the ball, phenomenal at being a regular season quarterback, but not really phenomenal at going off script and having to make a play happen. If everything's going great according to the team, Aaron Rodgers can deliver. But Jets, get used to it. Get used to it. Get used to the excuses. They're already starting. It's already starting. I was 90% sure I wanted to retire. I came out of the darkness and I found out the Packers didn't want me at 10% in. They didn't want me. That offended me so much that I now want to play for the Jets. You're not all in, Aaron. You're only all in on your bank account. I'm tired of hearing your problems. I'm tired of it. Get your ass out of here. I hope you have fun in New York. Because if you think the media, if you don't think that you like the media here, wait till that New York media chews your ass up and spits your ass out. You better win a Super Bowl in New York or the heat's coming down, and it's coming down on Aaron.
You will subscribe to The World According to Matt. You will subscribe to The World According to Matt.